Hi, babes. What are y'all doing? What's going on? I just had to do that. I have no idea why. Turned out great. Hey, we're live. We're back. We're happy. It's New Year's 2025. It got brighter outside, inside and outside. What y'all up to? I know I haven't done a live show in a while, but I'm just being stupid. Decided to get on here and do the live show for a change. Say, hey, what's up? I know I made it a weekly. It's a little bit off, but I don't care. What are y'all up to? Y'all doing some good? Y'all doing some flying? Y'all doing anything? We're trying to do something. We're working on stuff. Not just because I'm showing you the stuff that we just like built the past, a couple times we built. But I am showing you that. But it's not just that. We got a chance to talk live with Mark last night over at NASA's. He's doing all right. He's trapped in a cabin. So basically a tiny house, no bigger than y'all's closet probably. I mean, it's small. He can't really get done, but he did agree he can pop in from time to time, say, hey, chat, He's still got plans, still got programs, so we can expect some stuff out of him. He ain't forgotten. He ain't done anything stupid or anything. Obviously, me, Kay, Mizzle, we're doing some stuff. Obviously, we haven't done stuff in a little while, and I'm sorry, but we got this. We here, we live. Basically, I wanted to get that out because what we were talking about, what we were doing, we had done. I had done something recently. I did two things. Obviously, the X program out there. I'm about to put it out, like maybe for everybody. Maybe for exclusive people. I don't know. I haven't sure. But what's so special is like last couple of days, I've been running around and had this design in my head and like I'm really working, like obviously that we're really working on like making things a little bit more real. Seriously, that's basically it. Just making it more real, making the planes look real, making them look a little less dependable on stuff like the winglet / anhedrals they've been so accustomed to, and obviously like a phase 3, which is all but retired, because they're so basic. But trying to do it with this is a 4, so it doesn't really count. But trying to get rid of that because it don't look right. So I had the idea and was running with it, and then I realized and like self-realized and had to talk to Mark because I was like, okay, yeah, I long ago decided that these planes aren't really like mine. And since I didn't actually get a chance to like stress this with him, but like the whole reason behind this was like, it was based off of his Diablo. He's still looking forward to doing a tournament, so we can expect to see what he's going to have with the tournament. And in a tournament, obviously, front and center to that was whether or not, like, there were rumors, and then there weren't rumors about whether or not he was going to dissolve, if you will, or just at least retire Diablo. And I think I'd shown him some things, and then he'd gotten he got more sure of himself, a little less scared to do certain things, which I'm sure he could discuss with you if he comes on, when he comes on. But the key was he wasn't so concerned about like doing things that he normally would have done before with the aircraft, like cutting or putting holes in, so on and so forth, which, and as you know, initially, obviously, you can be scared of that because if you have a plane that works, you don't want to like tweak it, and nor should you. I mean, if you got it to work and you got it to work the way it was, and you leave it alone, okay, no shame, keep going the way you're going, but you should. This is why you build a fleet. You build a fleet, and then the other ones you don't have to be scared about. So if you want to cut, if you want to hold it, if you want to tape it, if you want to staple it, if you want to do whatever the hell you want to do, if like we talked to Abby, if you can't get one to fly, build 20 of them. One of them is probably going to fly. Or maybe you'll refine your own technique in building it, and you'll get it to fly. That's all. That's what all the fleet is about. I mean, you just can't build you can't build the 1 or 2 or 3 even and expect like, they're golden because they were golden for one person. And especially because, again, I mean, I've said this before, but I mean, I just want to reiterate, like, the person could be throwing it differently. It could be all kinds of different things. Some of it isn't the way you built it. Everybody builds a little bit differently, but you just got to hang in there. You just got to stick with it. You'll get it and it'll be all right. But anyway, like Diablo, concerning war and something like that, I was trying to make sure I wasn't stepping on his toes at Diablo like he thought he was stepping on his toes at a phase, because we'd agreed and we'd said that like I, in my earlier days, did build a plane close to that. I built a phase with I called it the SFX. That had the slanted fuselage, and you've seen them. They got like narrow front end and they got a big ass end by the rudder. It's like double the size and it slants. I don't think they work as good, or I didn't like them and they didn't work as good. And I built the single paper, the phase one, the single paper. When it was a one, I tried all this crap, and it basically was this. It just wasn't cardstock. And it turns out they don't fly. They don't fly like a phase. They don't fly the same way. And it wasn't until later on. I mean, like later on after I dumped it, I said like that's actually a different plane. And then like we had our famous Mark discussion, and this is when NASA's first got in as Maverick incorporated, and we were saying like that's not the same plane. And I mean like the folds are the same, but it gets really convoluted. The point is, like, obviously the folds are exactly the same, but if you single paper it, you're going to get a different aircraft. And it is, in fact, a different aircraft. And in fact, it's more like Diablo. So I put it to bed. It's wiped. It's like basically non existent. I mean, I did indicate that obviously it's a tech and it was used, but that's as far as it goes. No longer official phase. However, he's sticking with it with Diablo, and he's keeping Diablo. So we had this talk last night. Y'all weren't privy to. Apologies, but you will get back on board and we'll get to see him. We'll at least chat with him. But we were saying that, like, if you're not dumping Diablo, I came up with an idea. Literally the past couple of days I've been having this idea, and I ran with it. And the first thing started with a picture. The picture was this. Phase 6. I mean, this is for all intents a phase 6. Trouble is, you can hear it. Can you hear this? Hopefully you can hear that. It clumps. It's solid because it's cardstock. Well, it's thicker. It's like, it's not, I don't know. It's cardstock. For all intents and purposes, it's cardstock. It's thicker paper. It's kind of like a file folder. All right. And so it's single papered. So it's not a phase. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a phase. So it's Diablo. I can cut into the same shit and have a Diablo? Oh, well, look at there. So that was my thought. That was what carried me along as I did it. Like, after I'd flown it, like, yeah, it's phase 6. No, it's not. Oh, my God, it's Diablo. I wonder if he's going to do away with Diablo. I wonder if he'd be willing to use this. Then I flew it. Oh, my God, this thing flies. And I totally forgot to upload the videos. I am sorry. I'm going to do that so y'all can have some clips, and I'll put the shorts on the video so you can see how outstanding it is. Also with the Pacer, I forgot. I haven't uploaded even the Pacer crap. Jesus, I'm slacking. I'm hoping to get a lot more into these tech talks. Maybe I can get NASA to jump in on the tech talks at least, because I know he likes the tech and he's been working it. So, point is though, because we need to get a lot of those out there as well as the how to builds. Point of that though is, again, like, okay, so it flew. It kind of phase-like in flying. As a matter of fact, this one in particular, as you know, like in my corps, is the phase 6 as it is. Phase 6 is more of a dogfighter. This ain't no dogfighter. This pushes straight. And yes, the end needles are up. Yeah, she's, camera's here. She's a cool looking bird. Pretty solid. Like January 7th. Yeah, I built it a couple days ago. And she's tight. She's flowing out. She's a freezer queen. It was 19 degrees, and she went out there to fly. So she's got some good cold ass flight experience. And again, so what you're looking at, and I told him if he's interested, this is basically a Diablo. Pretty hot looking for a Diablo. You can borrow everything on the phase 6 technology. Now, I am going to keep this kind of under wraps for the moment. This one. We do how to builds. I'll probably give you, oh, that's right. I'll probably give you how to builds on how to build the phase 6, but I'm not going to give you the Diablo because Diablo is his, and it's up to him how he wants to do this, if he wants to use this new one. And let me tell you something. Mark, I'm gonna single you out on this. Is like, if you want to borrow this one or borrow this shit, if you want to use this one, I'm gonna teach you how to build it, obviously, and then you can have it. But like, it's not gonna be part of your tournament, I think, because your tournament was more defined like your medium short range. This thing is long range, buddy. You're not gonna. I mean, unless you really just revamp the entire lineup, this is gonna be the shit. I did build, for your benefit, I did build the paper one we were talking about. And for y'all listening and watching out there right now, I built one out of regular paper. I hadn't done it yet to this point. I just have I've got an abundance of these at work. So I've been using these, just been using them because I got the ideas, they're at hand. They're everywhere. So, and they're pretty solid. And obviously like this, you see, actually has two staples in there, and using the SPT application, the stall proof application, because it kind of needs it. yeah, okay, I'm kind of thinking of what Jason was saying in the back of his head in the videos over at his the YouTube channel. Y'all check that out. But like Jason Merrill's page, um, but like same thing was like, yeah, I mean, if you could have it flat, why wouldn't you have it flat? And I'll get to that in a second. The tape back there is holding down, like, yeah, you can see it. Those are actually folded. That's what creates the little Delta Diamond tips on the winglets, or winglets. God, I got it in the brain. True winglets, by the way. Ben, you happy with that? Got actual winglets on there. Folded over with the Delta Diamonds on the tailplanes. Pretty good look at that. You know, like they're a little bit poofy back there. See that? They're a little poofy, but they're good. Just plain rocks. Pretty good distance. Little rocky, but like it flies. Making me think about these the winglets on phase 3s. Like, what if I can get away with flipping them up? Although I know I have flipped up the 1 and 2, and the 1 and 2 it doesn't work. I don't think I flipped up on a 3 too many times. Honest to God, I don't think I did. So I could retry it, especially with a 4 because the 4's got the tailplane. But anyway, so and for that matter, I wonder if Nolan could do it. Yeah, I doubt it. Anyway, so yeah, they're upright on this one. This is what I intended to do with this, is make basically a phase 6, because I was used to having this, but since I'm, pressed on having fins and realism, and no plane has, every plane has droop downs, I'm doing away with it. We're doing this, and yeah, I'm probably late to the game, but I don't give a crap. This thing flies like a dream. The only problem with this thing is, first of all, I'm actually remembering that I need to build smaller fuselages, so it's smaller like it should be. Like me and KA were talking about. We was back on the show a couple months back. By the way, KA, we're gonna need to do another one, so let's get on there, buddy. I know I want to talk with you, man. I want to talk with you about this and other things, but this one, like, okay, I got back to stall proofing. That's just to hold down the tape, but I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Is it the cardstock? Is it the stall proofing? Is it the weight balance? Is it the 2 staples? Is it the fact these winglets are up? I don't know. This is going to be on Mark. I don't want to get anybody, like, we get riled up because we had the new idea and he doesn't have an opportunity. Like, he didn't get a chance to get excited about it because I made it. I flew it. I had the idea. Then I realized, oh, damn, it's Diablo. So hopefully he can get excited about it, because I'll show him the videos of how this thing flew. And basically what you're looking at is his plane. Apologies. You can even decide whether or not you want to number it as such. And I say that, of course, because as a Diablo, I mean, I don't know. This isn't like a true Diablo. Like, he doesn't usually do this. He usually gives it the slanted fuselage, and it doesn't have winglets. So, but it has all the technology. Like, I mean, Diablo is, the plan form's the same as the phase, so it can use any of the technologies. So he can do this if he chooses to. After that, I mean, like, that's on him. How he wants to tell you about his new creation, or like, however it is. I mean, played it. I just gave him the idea. So this is the idea. Looks cool, flies even better. But segue into something that even got more extraordinary. Like, kind of like how the X programs just snowballed and got out of control. This one did the same thing. So I had the idea with this. This flew good, and I was like, man, I got all this cardstock laying around. Let me see what I can do. Then came this. Also kind of phase 6 borrows, but this is like, so this would be like, that's actually like the phase 6, I think I did this as an A, and this is the B, because I'm pretty sure that was first. Actually, I think that one was first, but that's neither here nor there. Point of the matter is, that's how it was. So it was like a Mark 1A and a Mark 2B or something. I don't know. I'd have to recheck this sheet, and I'm not going to bother with that, because I'm a little excited about how these are going. But anyway, but this one is this one is every bit as badass as it looks. Glidability is increased. The winglets are gone, so it's got a little bit more wing ratio, and I even went balls crazy with it by taking the fuselage even shallower than that one was. Like, this one, I can get a finger on there. I can't even get less of a finger on there than that. Stall proven, a little bit lighter, but you see tailplane single piece. Typically with the phase 6s and like these, I've gotten used to the fact that, like, even 332s, these work better when you fold them, because it makes them stronger, makes them more stable, makes them they're more tweakable. If you need to get them to sit back upright when they're folded like this, they actually agree with you. So when I built this thing, I didn't fold them, but like, I was like, you know what, I don't care. And then I finally got a chance to do what I've been trying to do with the 6 for all this time. I gave it some semblance of fins. these are key, or at least I feel they're key. This makes it even more of an aircraft than it normally would be. Um, this plane is freaking awesome. If this plane was good, this plane is better. Um, Even smoother than that one was. They both got a little bit of a rocking, like it's a characteristic of the phases, and you would expect that of something that actually has winglets as opposed to some kind of negative dihedral that's sitting on the outside, acting as a winglet facing down on the traditional ones. You know what this is. That's exactly what that is. So I put it on there, put it on like this, gave this one winglets, and I'm like, no, you know what? I'm trying to do away with that. So if you look at this one, yes, they're curved. They're actually curved upright, which is a lot easier to accomplish on cardstock. I want to point that out too, because we're talking about winglets and stuff. And yes, they are curved. You can't. This plane looks a lot bigger than it really is, but yeah, they got a nice curve to them. Sorry, it looks like that. I gave you better shots, but and yeah, this plane rocks, dude. This plane's even better, but you'll notice real narrow, real shallow fuselage on here. Didn't do the rudder trim like I did on there. Nose point is a little bit more of a point. With cardstock, I feel like you don't need to use, like this one's got all the weight. I could probably get away with some of the weight, but because of the tape I put on there and in the back and the folds, I thought I was gaining some weight back there, so I kind of redistributed. And it's a long body, even though it's not any longer than normal, being right at the 8.5 mark from tip to tip, which is the same thing with this one. Tip to tip, it's already 8.5. Like literally, so I must have cut off the portion that would have made it even longer than it was. But this one, this is where I've been trying to get them to go. And if you thought that one looked cool, this one looks even better. This one's pretty badass. This one flies really good. Even got a little bit of a Delta Diamond look to it, even though I guess you wouldn't call it true. Only because I was trying to maintain that slanted trailing edge like threes have. But no, I can't do it. And you would know what I'm talking about if you got into the how to builds, and once we give the how to builds, you'll see what I'm accomplishing. But again, this is Mark's. This is NASA's. I can't do that for you. He'll make that discernibility, and he'll tell you what he wants to bring out, if he wants to use it at all. I'm hoping he does, because this is pretty badass. This is taking Diablo into, like, you know, the 24th century right here. This is pretty good. Yeah, so all kinds of the same tech. Only using masking tape because that's all I had. But the weight, I felt the weight was better balanced. It makes me wonder if I need to do that with this one, because. And what I was telling him, obviously, with like one of the things that you really want to worry about, if you're trying to put fins, if you want to make it look real, like I've actually got a full aircraft plan for him here. It's got a tailplane, empennage, if you will, with its wings, and it's got a separation. So it looks more like a real aircraft than any of the rest of them. But the problem with paper and the problem with not having a true manufacturing process is if you've got dual everything, you got to make sure they're perfectly symmetrical, or they're just not going to work right. They got to be perfectly in line, because if any one of them is twisted off any little bit, you're going to have roll, you're going to have yaw, you're going to have a whole bunch of stuff that you don't want, shortening your flight. Happy New Year, Abby. Hey, man, how you doing, brother? Man, you still on that XL16? You know damn well. Look, dude, you got it, okay? You got it. You just need to work it. I know you don't believe you got it, but you got it. You just need to work it. He did it. I did it. It's the same damn bird. It looks like this. You just got to make it right. And besides, like I said, every plane is different, man. We don't have a manufacturing line. It's like you fold how you fold, bro. I mean, you can't fold it right one time. Try to fold it right the 17th time. One of these times you get it. That's all I got to live by. That's all everybody in the paper airplane world's got to live by. So, I mean, it's what you got to do. But anyway, so you have to make sure all the wing surfaces and surfaces are perfectly so, or else you're going to have the rolls, you're going to have a corkscrew, you're going to have the yaw, and you're going to have to adjust it. It's going to take minute tweaking all around the surfaces. So to give you a tail, a vertical fin, without it having to be, influenced by that, I made them as small as possible. It works. I mean, this plane is badass. Dude, it's like I'm impressed. I'm excited for it. And it's not even mine. But now I got to try to freaking figure out how to make it into mine. I just got to double fold, or I can turn it into something. I don't know. But anyway, so this is NASA's aircraft. Well, I know you do, Abby, but like you barking up the wrong tree. Well, you're not barking up the wrong tree. You're on our channel, so KIA is gonna see it. So he'll have to get you the tutorial, I guess. Well, I mean, he showed you how to build like exiles. In truth, that's the whole thing. He showed you how to build exiles. You just got to get, and you've seen how to build phase 3s, so you know the basics. You can tweak them however you want. So you can do this. Gonna look a little funky, won't look like this, but I mean, a phase 6 is, that's still the family hierarchy with Exile and Chaos and phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12, all of them. You can do this, but you got to tweak it a little bit. And again, what do I always say? What everybody wants to say, they don't understand how I came up with different phases. If you didn't know, that's how I do it. Like, the whole difference in phases is once you make, just reiterating for everybody, once you make a difference in the phase that can't be undone without a major body modification, it goes on to the next phase. And this is why, this isn't a phase 6, but this is the basis of phase 6, and this is a phase 4. And, there's no way to get this out of this, and vice versa. And even this, you couldn't get a phase 3 back out of this without taping these down, and that would affect the body weight ratio. Therefore, it's not the plane. So, yeah. So, anyway, so you can't do this, really, but you can get close. But anyway, so this one, badass. Real cool. I got to get those videos uploaded, and then you'll get it. They're just shorts, but I'll get them uploaded, and you can see what I'm talking about, and then you'll see, damn. Yeah, this plane's got potential. This plane's pretty hot. This could be, a lot of the things, I've been saying that about a lot of them, but I've learned a lot, so a lot of things I've just put into paper and getting out there are just happen to turn out cool, like Axes. It was pretty badass, pretty badass. He saw it. He didn't really see it close up. I showed him this one to be exact. And he's like, dude, look at all the freaking folds in there. Yes, there's a fold under there, and a fold there, and a fold there. It's got wing pocket on wing pocket. Got a little skate-like tail. You like that little angle on there? Pretty cool, right? But these are also floating. See that? So they actually come apart, even though they look skate-like. Huh? Sweet? Yeah. Yeah, axes are hot. Anyway, so I was excited. Wanted to get that, show that to him. And he saw him last night. Y'all see him now. And then, yeah. Abby, did you watch a show the other night? The other night I said, last week when I put up the show, when I built this damn thing, on sale, specials, special credit terms, 3 days only. I mean, dude, this is an Exile. Go back and watch that show. It's a phase 3. You know it is an Exile because you're kind of obsessed about that damn thing. But Exile, phase 3, same bird. And I've already put it on there. But this one, and it's even got the tails. I just did little scallopy cutty goodness there. But, it's even got the tails. Although they're bigger than, number 16's got. But still, dude, go back, watch it. Same thing. You know how to fold it. It's really, really simple. You even mentioned that. And that's one of the reasons why. It's a perfect combat plane. Special. Nobody had built it, but it's a really simple bird. Great for combat. Great for striking. There we go. No, I never said it was a T1. But Exile's a phase 3. Ask KIA. He will tell you that is only an export version of the phase 3. Same freaking bird. He just took it and did something different. Number 16's got something different. Number 15 does too. I don't exactly remember. T2 was we were talking on him on the show. I think he said T2 was the official, full name. So you couldn't get the chat to load. What? What you mean? Oh, T1. I'm sorry, T1. You couldn't get, what? No, really? What happened? Here or there? That's got to be that weird ass internet on your end, bro. Yeah, Mark, Mark's in there. See him on chat. What's up, brother Mark? NASA's in the house. I apologize. I was supposed to get those clips up. I need to get those clips up for you so you can see how this thing flies. He and I are also sending stuff back and forth because he's been a busy little bee in his little NASA's world. I don't know if you want me to tell the crowd, so I won't be saying nothing. I'll leave that. I know. Well, wait. You mean email? I saw the text pics, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm just mentioning. Like I don't want to say nothing unless you want to say nothing because you told me like in close hold information last night. So I'm like, okay, I won't say nothing, um, unless you want me to or unless you do it already because I think you kind of want to save it for announcements. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah. You don't care? Oh well. Oh, you gotta go to school, Lobby. Well, hey, that's not bad. Don't be dumb. Nobody wants to be dumb, so we go to school. I don't want to be as dumb as I did, but well, I went to school. Just didn't bother paying much attention to school because school sucks. Everybody says school. So say away. Oh, so NASA's big news is NASA thinks he's figured out. He's got a pretty good idea now where the Black Knight and the Black Squire have gone. So we may see the first example in goddamn how long's that been? 15 years. It's been a long time since them boys plowed the skies. It's been a long time since those planes have plowed the skies. Like I said, I've always had a great mental picture. I just couldn't figure it out. But what you said last night sounded real. So I mean, like when you said what you said, well, it wasn't 20 years. You were back at Quantico. That wasn't no 20 years ago. I know it wasn't 15. It was 17. But you know, So yeah, either way, it's been a minute. um, yeah. So he thinks he's got it, and like when he was describing it to me, well, I know you did, but you weren't there long. You weren't any. Well, fuck, babe, dude, you weren't anywhere you were long, so really didn't matter. I mean, come on now. Yeah, I know, but that was 15 years ago. See what I'm saying? So, like I said, we're right in that window. You ain't at 20 yet. You're only at 15, but you ain't at 20. Are you really rounding up? Well, don't be too stupid in school, Abby. We'll still be here. We'll be waiting on you. We'll talk to KIA. Teach you the finer points of exiling. Well, what do you got to study in school anyway, man? We were having this conversation the other day. Like, seriously, with the advent of the internet, why is there even school? You can basically learn whatever the hell it is you need or whatever the hell it is your parents want to teach you on the internet. And how are they going to give you homework? How are they going to give you tests? I mean, I get that you probably can't bring your phone, but fuck, stupid. So anyway, so NASA's got that shit. Yeah, right? Yeah. Just bring them and look like you're doing something. Hell, you can look like you're staying awake. Yeah. I don't know. I need to talk to a teacher because I'm like, how do you treat students nowadays? That's back in my day, Sonny. That's my grandpa's school was. Ah, man, you know. Anyway, so yeah, so he thinks he's got Black Knight and Black Squire, which is cool. I'm trying to do that. It's Friday. It's Friday. We might be able to do a Friday night flight. We might be able to do that, Mark. And you think you might? Well, he won't be in. I realized something about. Oh yeah, BS and BQ. Wait. No, it'd be BK. Unless you want, wait, or you coming up with something new? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. BK, brother, BK. That's cool. I realized something too when I was saying that about streaming this, and like we call this, this is Paper Aircraft Weekly, but we call them Friday night flights, and I realized like, well, it's Friday night to us, but practically the rest of the world's already been beyond it. You know, I mean, all we're doing is we're shouting out Friday night to a bunch of water. To make it a true Friday night flight. It's one of the reasons why, and if you paid attention to the last couple of shows, I recorded them because I wanted to launch them at a time frame that was like, oh, hey, this was y'all's night. This is the rest of the world's night. So that's why I did it. But Mark, I was telling them about the planes, obviously, you know, and saying like it's badass, and I'm not giving it. They really are. I'm hyping them a little bit, but I'm excited for them because they really are fucking cool. And once I show the clips, I'll put them on shorts and I'll send you those. They're on my phone. I'm just being, and behold, the fucking phone's right here. So Um, yeah, I could just send them, but now I'm on the show, so I can't do that. Yeah. But anyway, so like this thing, badass. Uh, I'm not gonna play with it much beyond the fact that I made it like this. I mean, like if Mark asks, I might run this a little bit, like just to test something, unless he wants to take over the testing because it's his plane, his design. Just my ideas went on it. Which I'd like to think that our ideas he would have tried anyway because it's one of the reasons why we share the tech sheet so that we all have the same text that anybody comes up with and decides they can use or not use on their aircraft or have used on their aircraft. So yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. That was like the same thing trying to tell me about cutting the size down on the fuselage. Like I said, this thing small, dude, small, like really small. Like this thing is just like well, it's a half inch. It's a half inch, which is even smaller than this one's. This one's actually got a slight slant to the back, and like all on you as far as your bird, your tech. So I mean, like, remember you were talking about like I wonder how it would do without these or without the stall proofing. I highly recommend you do the stall proofing. And actually, like with this one too, I had the idea and I built another one today, but I left it at work because it hasn't flown yet. And that's the one we talked about. It's actually out of regular paper, so I can take out. It's one of these. It's exactly like this. The only difference is the tailplane. Yeah, okay, it's not exactly like this. It's the same here forward. I built it out of regular paper. It's still It's still single sheeted. Yeah, I had to think about it, but this and this, all this was the same. I did fold it, but I did fold them a little differently so they look like triangles. Tailplanes are kind of like at your discretion. Hi Ben, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Holy cow, I haven't seen you in a long time. How you doing? You have a good holidays, man? Nothing happened to you? It's been a hot minute. I know it's not just you, it's us, but good to see you, man. I hope y'all doing all right over there on the West Coast. You wait, you cut it, dude, Mark. You actually had an opportunity to build. Holy shit! I'm freaked. I bet it's gonna be a little while for you to actually get out there and like fly it. I mean, I don't know. You said you're feeling better. I don't know if you're feeling up to flying yet, but hell, I'm surprised you're actually feeling up to building. Good of you to be able to do it though. But anyway, so I built this one. I built it out of regular cotton paper, just slightly different in the back. Um, and it made me think with the folds. And the idea here was the same thing. If you can do it at home, don't use the masking tape. Use a double sided so you can hide it. I mean, like, yeah, the stall proof it doesn't matter so much. But here, I was really thinking it on the other one. I was like, man, if I can hold these down with something not visible from the top. Well, that's good. That's good. That means all your surgeries went well and stuff, right? I mean, don't say that, man. You want to say unlucky because you're over there. I mean, I know there's good things and bad things about every damn country. And I know a lot of things get shown up on media and video and print that, like, India's got some backwards ass shit. And, I mean, there is, but there's some backwards ass shit here in Brazil and Germany. And, I mean, everywhere. It doesn't matter, dude. Everybody's got their flaws. Like, there's always good and bad. It's always. I think it's funny that you always talk about how when you move to someplace new, no matter where you are, the new place always, oh my God, it's beautiful. But you know what? Live there for a minute, and then you'll be like, man, that other place is beautiful. Like everything else is always beautiful. It's the new that's the beautiful. It's not. It's not anywhere else because it's like It's like everything in life. If you've had it for too long, you get tired of it. Except maybe phases. I'm sorry I had to throw that in there. But yeah, I say I love how you spell color with the U. Traditional India definitely goes with the British, yeah. They all learned like the British spelling of things. Man, the Brits got a hold of y'all. Extra letters where they don't need to be letters. Y'all spell gray, Grey too? No, I don't say nothing about it. I spell gray with the E. I think it looks a little snooty, but I still like it better. Gray looks better. I think gray with the A is a lighter color and more stark than gray with the E. Like gray with the E is the gray that I like. Gray with, I mean, I love all gray colors, but gray with the E. Yeah, except javelin too. Yeah, you saw. Hey, you remember? You paid attention to that? I know it's a couple years old now, but that inside IVPAC I did when I kind of like. I mean, I didn't rehash it, but I made the realization that like javelin wasn't as old as I thought it was. So I created two more planes in my line. I got to shift everything down. I did a show talking about that, and it's like, yeah, man, I can't believe. Damn, I can't believe I did that crap. It's like, no, yeah, because going by what you said. Oh, and man, I got to segue into another one too. I'll do that in a minute. But going by what you said, I realized like, no, javelin isn't what it used to be at all. The two things that I called javelin, like when I created the first one, it was hijack. So that was hijack, but hijack was changed when javelin became javelin. So it's two different planes. So javelin's a lot newer. Step two, that javelin isn't from 88 anymore, so it's not as old as it says. And I mean, Nova knew the new oldest plane. Yeah, so no, you don't. Oh yeah, yeah, I know. It's still old. Yeah, it's still old. Still makes it one of the oldest that still fly. Because again, like I was asking about phase one, remember? But like I don't use phase ones. But fuck, I don't use twos or threes. So that puts them a little bit newer range. But even phase fours are from '94, so we're still talking some age here. In case if you're doing a count, that's still 30 years of phase four. So still, she's like, that core group there of that generation of still flying the skies. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Hey man, I didn't go that wild yet, but I do have to step up and get those allocated properly so we know what's coming on board. I had made a threat of making phase 7 a stillborn, and it could be, except it's not. I think phase 8 is stillborn. I want to call it that just because the tech that I put on it is like doesn't attribute well to a phase. So like I'm calling it stillborn. It's a phase 7. It's a tech that I borrowed, and it changes the entire plane so it becomes a 7. But it's a W body, so you know it. So it's twin keeled. But because I can use this, But like you see, like if you were to scrunch this up and your wing is only this big, it because like literally, obviously a W body. If it's a phase and it takes a W body, it takes away from the wing, and it gets screwed. So the W body is a no go. But the O body, which I believe is just slightly older, that's a true phase 7, and that's still on the board. So, yeah. So there's a 7, 6, 7, 8, not so sure about, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, going on up. It just, the idea is rattled off. But anyway, I took it back. Yes, I built the paper version of this. Should probably try to, if you use cardstock, singling this obviously is fine. No folds are needed on cardstock. You build it out of paper, copy paper. Yeah, it's probably a better idea to fold to make it more sturdy, more stable, something to play with. And if you tape it, dual-sided tape is probably a better option than folding it, like especially masking tape. But I mean, this plane does fly good, so. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, exactly. So, and like you never know when you're dealing with something that weighs like in the low grams. It's hard to fathom exactly like how much it affects it. You know what I mean? Like, right? Like seriously, how do you even know what your level of is it? What's this little piece of tape gonna do? What's this piece of tape gonna do? An extra fold here that could add a little kilo ounce or ounce or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. I don't even know. But like that little bit. Yeah, but some of them places don't even have running water, dude. I mean, yes, I know Hobby does, but Hobby could be going to a library somewhere. And there are places that really are underdeveloped. I said India, you've seen pictures, you've seen videos, you've seen print. Man, India's got some problems. I hate to say it because India's also got some really good development, but the entire country is made up of first world and third world areas. They are so like just like China. But again, just like here, like where the government's really got its hands, it's like you either got, like you've heard the news of China, right? So you got places in China that are developing three of their own different kinds of stealth fighters, three of them at the same time. And then you got people working rice paddies because that's all they got with baskets and shit, moving stuff by donkey. So yeah, that's one country for you. But again, that's no different than here, there, everywhere else. I mean, I can't fathom too many places in the U.S. that like have to use an outhouse still, but there might be Idaho, Wyoming, somewhere out there. No, never wish that, man. Dude, I spent most of my time wishing I was born in like Britain or Germany or Poland or Jesus, anywhere but here. I love how some of these people think I'm so patriotic and like, dude, no, I'm patriotic, but like mainly for Germany or something like that. I love Germany. Yeah, probably parts of Alaska. That's a good point. I bet there's. I bet that country's probably got a lot. And yes, I said Alaska's a country because look at the size of it, bro. But anyway, like, I bet there's like three-quarters of that country probably don't even have cell towers. You fly through most of it, never get cell reception. That's kind of a joke because, if you fly in airlines, you can't get cell reception anyway. Unless you got the Wi-Fi on the plane, but then you make a Wi-Fi calling because unless you got SATCOM, you ain't doing it. Hard to get reception when you're above all the towers. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, this plane's hot. As a matter of fact, I was trying to figure out a way, dude. Roll with me on this. I was trying to figure out a way to call this Diablo with like the HOT acronym. I don't really know how I could use it, but I was like, man, dude, hybrid something technology. I mean, I could almost come up with it. Well, like, yeah, you want to keep it like this is the Diablo hot, and like that'd be sweet. But I don't know how to do it. I could do it. Y'all can think of a word for that would come up with something like to branch off from the fact that this is a cousin of Diablo. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did too, man. Dude, when I was with I don't well, you remember when I was working with Sigcom back in North Carolina? I was in there. We were in High Point. You should. That was like our heyday, actually. We did. Me and Joe. It was Joe too, buddy. Yeah, we did. We had contracts with BIMDO. Hell, Ben might even know who that is. The Ballistic Missile Defense Organization. BIMDO had a couple of sites out there in Alaska we had to service. So, yeah. Um, okay. The sitcom had the weirdest ass contracts, and BIMDO's got the weirdest ass places. I mean, they make sense, but they'd only make sense if you realize what they do. So, yeah, I actually kind of meant to ask you about that last night because I was like, what the hell's Joe been up to? I bet you probably haven't seen height and hair of him in a long time, isn't it? Do you have, like, when was the last time they saw each other? Or did they keep in touch? You don't even know, do you, probably? It's probably a stupid question, I'm sorry. But sometimes I wondered because, we knew Joe. Joe was good people. He was, man. As far as I know, Joe was good people. I mean, I remember running in, dude. Talk about small world. We fucking worked together. They come home, and sure enough, one day Joe's in my parking lot, going up to see her mom, and I'm like, the hell? And then they were being all secretive, like, dude, who do you think you know that I don't know that I'm gonna tell on you guys? Like, don't matter to me. Don't matter to you. Shit. Like, y'all just people living life. I don't care. I found it funny, man. Like, I don't travel in your circles. You don't travel in mine. We just work together, and I live next to her. So, yeah, the world is small, but I don't think it's that small. Damn. I didn't figure. I did not figure. It's not like I saw him at the wedding, so, Yeah, I remember him saying that. I think he told me about it. Sandy had said something. Your mom had said something, and I think he told me at work or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, so, like, again, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to care. You do you. I don't give a shit. Like, it's not my place. I mean, there's open opportunity for everybody to judge everybody on just about any damn thing. One of the things would be like, I'm seeing a girl on the side even though I'm married. And like, yeah, there's a lot of people frown on that shit. But me, like, dude, you can tell me, I don't care. I don't care. I don't condone the action. I don't applaud it. I don't anything. Like you do what you want to. This life is too short. You get one. It's like whatever you feel you need to do to get through life, do it. I don't think you should like be reprimanded, judged, criticized, anything for something that like it's life. What are you gonna do? Like, well, I want to be married next time, so next time. So when you get that extra life, when you hit that mushroom, you're gonna come back and like, well, I'm gonna marry somebody different this time. I mean, fucking sake, really? No, that's what I'm saying. Just do it. So anyway, yeah. Like I said, I don't worry, Abby. I'll get back on him, and he's gonna watch this anyway. So he's already gonna say like, man, that crazy Abby wants this shit still. Damn. No, like I said, I like me personally. I couldn't do it. I just can't. I almost wish I could. And Chrissy knows this. My wife knows this. But like by the same token, I can't. It's not in my nature to do it. I mean, I love fucking. To not even put a parental, child-friendly fucking phrase on it. I love screwing, but I'm not gonna go dipping my wick in just everything that I find attractive and decide to talk to. I got no problems talking with chicks, but I'm married, so I'm not gonna do anything. But that also doesn't mean like I'm not gonna judge you if you do that, because I don't care. What does it hurt me? I don't give a fuck. Do what you want, Joe. If you listening, you go out there and you get you some strange, man. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, you can try, dude. I bet he's probably not that hard to find if he's still above ground. Hell, he might be easier to find if he was below ground. But I mean, like seriously, ex-Marine. Hell, it should be easier for you and him to find each other. Don't y'all Marines like go to the same meetings on the weekends? But seriously, he's an ex-Marine. You're an ex-Marine. It should be easy to track. For real. You don't need no Facebook to track ex-Marines, dude. You could probably just put in a couple calls and like, oh, hell yeah, I know who he was. For real. Yeah, he was too old to be part of the Facebook phenomenon. I can't get my parents to do it. Even though my parents are really like, they're a firm believer in childhood friends and shit. But like they're right at that age where like, well, I can't get me on that Facebook now. I can't get this here internet to steam up. Dude, for real, he was in Burlington, North Carolina? No shit. Jesus Christ, it's a small world. I should have asked him if he knows my mom. Oh hell. You ever see that meme with the dude that just all of a sudden gets triggered because he just discovered like had an epiphany and just like his eyes pop out his head? I just had that moment. I'm like, wait a minute. Burlington. My mom's from Burlington. Anyway. She's from Burlington. They were living in Greensboro, but you know that. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Ex-Marine, bro. He should be easy to track down. And you got both his names, so I mean I'm sitting here calling him Joe. I mean, dude, yeah, that's the whole damn thing. If you know his address, like, wait, a twin evil brother? Did you wait? If you had a twin brother, is his twin brother the one that was seeing your mom while he was the one that was going to work with me? Is that why you knew him by a different name? Y'all called him Ron, I called him Joe, or hey, wait. Maybe Ron was Ron while Joe was Joe. I find that funny because every time I talk to him at work, we always had good laughs about the Marine stuff, and I'd always hook up his computer with pranks. I'd always like make it so that like every time he like backpedaled, it would like say all the shit from Full Metal Jacket, so he couldn't click the mouse or move the screen, and they're like, "Sir, yes, sir," would come up there. But like, whenever we talked around your place, he never mentioned anything about that. So maybe that was Ron while I was working with Joe. That'd be fucking funny. Anyway, like, yeah, if you know his address and you know his full name, dude, you just put two and two together and you'll be able to figure out Like, you can find anybody without even paying on the internet. Just like, let me run this together here. Such and such name, it's such and such street. That's all you got to do. Seriously. Sometimes you don't even need the town. You Google search it, something will come up and we say like, oh yeah, they were found at this address. They lived at this address for a spell. But yeah. But again, like, I don't even think you need to do that, ex-Marine, because like, seriously, y'all part of the database, man. You know, y'all misguided children stick together. I'm sure y'all can figure out where the hell you at if he's above ground. And again, like I said, chances are greater that he's probably, well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I would literally say 50-50 he's above ground still. I mean, come on, man. He was like 30 years older than, at least 20 years older than us, right? For real. Well, definitely 20 years older than you, but I think he was 20 years older than me. That ain't to say he's definitely dead. I'm just saying it's a 50-50 shot. Because, you know, Marines, we ex-military in general, we've seen some shit. You can't drink the water when you go overseas, but hell, you can't drink the water on your damn base. Dude, Abby, where are you getting your news from, man? Because it sure as hell ain't the internet or the TV. I mean, we just had a school shooting 2 days ago. Good and kind? These are two words you don't hear together after the words United and States. You might hear the and. That's the only part of those 3 words right there that are ever together. I mean, for real. On fire and murdering. Maybe that's a better combination. Good. Jesus Christ. I mean, there are those kind of people here, but fuck, they usually don't make it on TV. If they do, they get like a 15-second blurb at the end of every news because usually the 15 minutes at the front end of the news is like, and there were 13 killings today downtown. Usually the school shootings get nationwide, but I don't understand why that happens since there's usually a school per state that gets a shooting once a month, every year nowadays. But white folk want guns. Thank you. Thank you very much. God, I hate white people. Hate fucking white privileged Americans, man. Seriously. All right, go to school, man. Go to school. I'll get Carrie on here. So you can finally figure out what you're messing up. Bro, like, dude, so anyway, like, you see the options you've got here, okay? Run with it. Whatever you want to do with it. You want to make these straight? You want to take these out? You want to angle these? I mean, there's so many fucking options. You don't want to, you're finally 18? That's cool. I didn't know that. Y'all got the same kind of laws over there in India that we do here? Can you drink now? Or can you go to strip clubs now? Or, like, it's India, so you actually are a stripper. I mean, how does it work over there? I'm ignorant. I don't even know. I haven't done my research. I mean, I've done some history on India, but it don't cover the backwoods, average, everyday Jane and Joe Indian, like what y'all do. I don't know. Abby could have to work in the rice fields after school. I don't know what goes on. I want to know, but I don't know. That's the beauty of something like this, where I can find out about other worlds and other lands and stuff like that. Well, other lands anyway. God knows we ain't going anywhere else. Can't even get my flying car. We definitely can't get to another goddamn planet, let alone not this fucking solar system. Thanks a lot, Christians. Y'all ruin everything in life. Yeah. Anyway, so tech. Put it on your plane, do what you can, do some good stuff with it. I like these. And I like the fact they're so stiff on this particular plane with cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and recommend it. Like, actually, I know that obviously, you know, copy paper is readily available and everything like that, but this cardstock is the bomb note, yo. I will try to fly the one I built yesterday. Or, no, today. Sorry, it's not yesterday yet. It's still barely today. Just turned 10 o'clock. I got a couple hours. I will try to fly it and see how it does. And try to video it even, see how it compares to this one. The cardstock was the shit. And I mean, like, for real, if it's like the way it's going to go, you know, then it'll be badass. This, by the way, this one, Slight difference. This one seemed to like it when these tail planes were at the same level as the wing, as close as possible. Well, I don't know why, but down, I tried down and up. That's a no go, unless you wanted to do something different. But this one, they are down while the wings are up, and you can see that obviously. And yeah, that appears to be the way to go with this one. So, and like I know you tossed it out there, and you said like, without those, I'm gonna leave that up to you. I think you should keep them, but like I mean, like if you want to take them out, and I mean I do believe it should probably be, tested with like regular winglets, something like this, anhedrals, dihedrals, without the tails, and this here. I mean, like I think you could test it out wherever the hell, however the hell you want to do. So, you've been snooping. So all this time we've been jabberjawing, you've been snooping. Why am I not surprised? I'm not surprised. I figured you would. I'm looking it up now because you could have fucked me over. Like now you got me damn curious. Wait. Okay. Okay. Only because I want to see how close that might be. Coach Light Trail? It was close to my place. That's a joke because y'all know I used to live at Coach Light here in the thing. Beat me up, Scotty. I need to see this. You know what? I have to admit this. Oh, damn. There's Holly Hill Mall. It was right behind Holly Hill Mall. Oh, and Forestdale ran that way? Off Edgewood. I knew it sounded familiar. Dude. So, if you're looking at the map, like, I just selected it and ended up on this little apartment complex. But, like, Huffman Mill Road is right there. And right there is where Holy Hill Mall was Huffman Mill Mall. Holy Hill Mall was right there. The Huffman Mill Road, that is the exact road and exit we used to get off whenever we went to go see my grandmother. And if you actually tie in IVPAC bases, you would see the 27th attack wing is right up the street. Walker, my core base at Walker is right up the way. I ain't even kidding. If you follow, it's fucking crazy, dude. You follow Huffman Mill, or actually you could just use, like you said, what the hell? Hold on, I track it down. There, Forestdale. You follow Forestdale, its length, it terminates on a place called Edgewood Avenue. You follow Edgewood up there, and I see, that shit hasn't changed. There's a place where it crosses Shadowbrook Drive and the Humane Society of Alamance County. You go up Shadowbrook there. Shadowbrook changes where it combines with Saddle Club. It combines Briarcliff, and you take a right off Briarcliff onto Walker, and that's where the place is. Yeah, it's like right, dude. It's right fucking there. Oh my God. Hey, small ass world indeed. It'd be funny if it turns out he lives on like that north end of that road, because it'd be like, dude, I passed by his house. And thing is, like, the 27th, obviously, it's still my base. My uncle still lives there. He's still in that house. 2172 Walk Avenue. Yeah, I'm gonna get it out there. That's where the 27th attack wing is. Yeah. It's right up the way. He ain't even but a maximum of 2 miles away. That's crazy. Wait a minute. What I found in Discord. What you mean? The findings of the plane or the findings of the... I just looked up on the maps, dude. I didn't look up his location and stuff. All right, Bobby. You got to remember, what was his last name? I don't even remember his last name. Joe, Ron, Frank, Donald, Harrigan, somebody or other that live in... If I put Joe, Ron, Burlington, is he going to come up? Yeah, why am I making this part of the show? Well, now you do Forestdale. I mean, come on, man. You're not... Share the information. Like, you're not going to find anything different than I can find, because you're going to do the same kind of ass right. You're not going to find anything different than I'm going to find. For real. So, and tell me, like, if you live in an apartment, it's going to be a little bit worse. You say you got a house, though, right? That'd make it easier. When you buy a house, you become a member of public records. So 350, 3551 Forestdale Drive. Why am I saying this online? I don't care. People can be found. Yeah, I think it's funny. I think it's funny that, age 75, lives in Gibsonville, got a phone number. I mean, you don't, what do you mean wrong profile? That's not him? Joseph Ron Hopkins? Age 75, that fits. Not the one I'm looking at. Well, yeah, but I'm not looking at them. I'm looking at the one I think is right. Dude's got a dude. This one, okay, yeah, but see, this one previous addresses: Refuge Church Road Drive at Trinity, NC, Kurthwood Road in Leesville, Louisiana, Cloverdale Drive, Archdale, NC. Does this sound familiar to you? Yeah, this him. Because those are your places. He lived there? How many times? Dude, that's all your addresses. Yeah, 3550. You people. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I knew I got, that's what I'm saying. The funny thing is that's the first one I clicked on. That's the first one I clicked on. Came up at the very top. And the funny thing, I put it at Joe Ron Hopkins, Forestdale Drive, Burlington, NC. Bam. First one up there. If that's really what it is, you just call him up. Because looks like his phone number. Looks like he lives in Gibsonville. And according to the map, looks like he lives at Reno's Pizza and Italian Restaurant. He might be a bigger guy. Dude's got like 4 different email addresses. Thing is, they all look the same. Huh? I gotta be a little bit wrong. But the addresses are right. Oh, okay. Well, then he's there. Oh, yeah, because there's your brother. I mean, yeah, I see your mom. Possible associates. No, I don't list you. That's funny. But your brother is there. Hey, how old are you? Your brother, your little brother. How much younger is your brother than you? Because, who the hell has got an Excite email? Does Excite.com even exist? He'll be 30. Oh, so that's actually accurate. Let's see what your brother's up to. God damn. He was born in 89. That little punk was fucking 9 years old and he was fucking around with us back then. 9, 10. Damn. All right. Dude's got 8 different phone numbers. Your brother's a pimp. Dude has got your email address. What the fuck? Also, his property value is ridiculously low. What does he live in, an outhouse? Damn. I didn't think your age was 68. Oh my God. So looking up your brother, Sandra Lewis listed in there as a possible spouse. That's funny. But like your dad's name, wait. Your dad's name, your name? Because it's got your name in there, but it's got age 68. Oh, yeah, you're the 2. Okay. I was going to say, because you look pretty good for a dude of 68. Well, actually, you look like you're approaching 68, so maybe you need to work on some things. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. Because you got a couple Jameses too, but age 90 and 59 is like, damn. Fuck me. My neck. Oh, damn. That's going to hurt tomorrow. There's a name that I can't even pronounce attached to it. Like current neighbors. Latrika. Yeah, I got to watch out for her. And then Unchuyi, which, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You'll never. I mean, I don't know what'll happen. I do know this. You ain't going to get exile right. So, can't be doing that. Gotcha. Okay. So, anyway, yeah, that's him. Leesville. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, I actually remember that. Louis J. Hop. Yeah. Isn't it like the email you used like way back in the day? Because she combined it with his, right? Louis J. Hop. I seem to remember that email. Like, it just came to me. That is crazy. That is also crazy how many times you use the letter Q in your fin codes. I've never seen a man eat so many chicken wings. Use the letter Q or get to use the letter Q as many times as you have. Not only did you live in apartment Q, but you got basic Quantico, so you could use the Q all over again. That's crazy. Damn. Anyway, okay, yeah, fucking hot, dude. See, people search works good, man. People search works good. Thank God you found a place like, or thank God you got something so we didn't have to call it the refuge. I mean, that was cool and everything, but damn, what a name. Kurtwood's hot. Cloverdale's hot. Refuge, eh, I don't know. It would suck if you had to call it Cotton too, because Cotton keeps coming up there too. But man, going to have to be yours. I don't want it. I don't even know what to do with it. Trying to think if I had to let a Q in any of them. What would I do for like the ribbons that they put on aircraft for show squadrons? Like a lot of people choose the tigers and they put tiger stripes on there. If I had a Q, what the hell would I do? Probably put a pool stick on there. Probably put a pool stick on all of them because it's the only thing I think of is a Q. The dead anniversary. That would be the death day. If you call it the birthday, you call it the death day. Trouble is, nobody's around to celebrate their death day. Unless you get that extra mushroom with the one up. I got to go hit my head on some bricks, see if I can get that one up. We'd have a whole bunch of people doing that shit. Hey, man, I got to hit a brick. What the hell are you talking about? The reverse Michael Jackson. You mean you didn't moonwalk? You just walked forward? What? Man, you're going to make a great video of all this. Oh, okay. Well, that means you're becoming black. You have something to look. Well, maybe you got something to look forward to. That is just. like crazy talk right there. When you can find images of this bloke. Well, you look up this dude, and just you'll get a bunch of obits. Like anybody with this kind of name is probably dead. I gue- I guess Oh yeah, it reminds me. Tot good. Not that dude. Yeah, I figured it. No, no, I'm looking up exactly what I want to look up. Yep, there she is. Yeah. Because I'm fairly well certain nobody but nobody else has the name Tot Good. So that's probably her, especially because it's in Charlotte, North Carolina. So it's 2002. Yep, that's about the right time. Mary Ladd? Yeah, I moved to Mary Ladd one time. No, you would have missed it. This is like back when me and John were roomies. We were like screwing around with the obituaries. And when the hell did this show come off the rails? We were looking at the obituaries. Well, it wasn't that. We were just looking through and like, we come up with funny ass names for like NFL 2K or anything like that. College NCAA 2K. Uh we never used this one, but in the obits we had tot good. Because seriously, that just sounds like what a caveman would say when he tried tater tots for the first time. Tot good. But like, apparently she died. Apparently 22 years ago. Almost to the day, February 15th. So a month. But like, it's still in there. You do tot good obituary, and there she is. Because seriously, there's never been another person with that name. For real. Because you figure, like, if I did Joe Smith obituary, I bet there would be like 300,000 pages. But, for example, but you do her name, one thing, one item, one thing. And seriously, I mean, I don't remember, but I guarantee you, since we was in South Carolina, yeah, we were in Columbia, we'd hear about it in Charlotte. So there it is. Especially because she's from, like, the family or she's originally from South Carolina. So, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Freaking crazy. Oh, man. I mean, you need to go to this place, that I know of called What If Sports. It's pretty cool. They do What If Sports does like a whole bunch of simulators. Okay, they don't do like what if geography or what if history, but they do any kind of sports things. And not in India either. So I guess it doesn't really matter to you at all. But like, if you can think of it in like the America, like NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, all of it is in there. You can pick something and you can match up like whatever teams, and they'll sim it and see how it does. I don't know who she is. The only one in the history of ever that had the name Tot. Because it was a she, we didn't put him on the team. She made a great cheerleader, but you can't name the cheerleaders in any EA Sports game. So you hear that, EA Sports? Get the rolling, man. I want to name the cheerleaders. What? The name Connie Lingus already taken? Let me try another one here. I know I'm gonna massacre this. Uh. Oh well, definitely not him. John, you got to help me out here. Later, Robbie. Later, man. The same. It was like the same day we were looking at him. Oh, we got in a kick of looking at obituaries because we were noticing that a whole bunch of Mays were dropping like flies. Like if your middle name was May, spelled M-A-E, uh, you were like on the clock. Apparently, like 20 years ago, your time was up. Cause like seriously, everyone Beulah May, Oda May, Betty May, Nancy May. There was a lot of them in the obit. So apparently the Mays were dropping like flies. Yeah. So, but dude, every once in a while we came across some of these that were like little nuggets of golden perfection, like Todd Good. There was one I ever noticed, Noah Baghdadi. Um, Something about like some dude I can't remember. I think Noah was it. I can't even remember the details. I think it was him though. Like him and his son died because he crashed into a bridge or something like that. And for some odd reason, the obit mentioned that. Thought that was really kind of morbid to mention that in your obit. Usually, just like funeral will be held. He had a wonderful life, loved family. He survived by such and such. Not that he's an idiot that killed him and his kid by crashing into a bridge. But seriously, that's what it was. It was freaking hilarious. And I think it was, I'm trying to think of his name. Rufus? I don't know. It was something totally goofy. We were like, there was no way in hell that Noah Baghdadi was related to Rufus or whatever the hell name Rupert his name was. He had another name. And both those names we put in the EA Sports games. But not Tot because females. Noah Baghdadi is a punter, usually. Or my punter. But like, what the fuck was his name? And I made him a linebacker. God, I can remember the position, but I can't remember his name. And I also thought like that had to be his kidnap victim because seriously, there's no way in hell those two names are related. No way. I'd like to see pictures. He stole that kid and then ran away from the cops and crashed. Maybe that was the level of morbidity that like they wouldn't put in there. They said like, yeah, him and his kid died because he crashed into a bridge, but it didn't say running from the cops because he kidnapped his kid. Didn't see anything because we read the obits. We didn't read the news and we didn't hear about it. We didn't hear about like what happened before the obit. We just read the obit. But it strikes me that's actually how that might have just rolled out. I really want to know that guy's name. Somewhere around in here, I got the list of names that we use for EA Sports games when we create our rosters. It's not on graph paper. Well, it's not on a graph pad. It's on a graph sheet. That's why I grabbed it. But it's not on there. And like so many times that we do this, I should have turned this into a paper planes and more because this show went off the rails. I apologize. We looking up people. We looking up things. We realizing how small the world really, really is. And like how time is short because we're reading the obits. So y'all people need to get out there and fly. Go to school. Get out of school, build you a plane, fly it. Take a video of it, and let's see how bad or good it was. Yeah, I didn't mean for this to get out of control, but we were talking planes, and then all hell broke loose. An hour and 20 minutes in. Damn. Anyway, y'all guys be good. I'm out. Yeah, the plane is hot. We're gonna share it with you here in the near future. You found it? It really is cotton? Damn. All right. You gonna contact them then? Oh, you know what? I got the phone right here. I am not contacting him. I just wanted to see the pictures that he sent. That looked like the picture you sent. Well, if I got the phone, I can show the people. Like, look, see, that's what he's like. Look at that. Look at that amazing sheet that he has right there. Boy, he really knows his stuff. That sheet looks awesome. I see what you mean, though. I see what you're talking about. Like showing the people that's his idea for Diablo. This is about as live, as close to live as NASA's can get right now. Now, I want you to know that I speak from experience when I say um, sheet combining is a real touchy subject. If you can find a way to do it with one sheet, is better. I did that back in the day. I even got stupid and taped 4 sheets together, and yeah, it was stupid. If you were with me long enough, you realize how that turned out. That plane got blasted by so many bottle rockets. It was fun to destroy. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not belittling it because it looks cool. And you said that's a Diablo, so you got a double fold Diablo. Damn it! Now we're back on the show. We got a double fold on there, yeah. It looks like you got rifle going on it now. I would do that too. Oh my God, I'm thirsty. One of these days, I'm actually gonna have to remember to clean this out. Get Well, yeah, but that picture you showed me, that's an illusion to actually doing the. God damn, this is crazy. I can actually show people. This is NASA's live feed. Yeah, showing that double sheet there, like overlapping. I see what you do. I see what. Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. It still looks like it has rifle, and like you were, I think you mentioned early on, you said like the with double fold, so you got a lot less wing now, and I get that, and yeah, that makes sense because if you have less wing, it ain't gonna be as like it won't glide as long or as far as Diablo used to. And if I remember correctly, Diablo is your in Diablo. I'm looking it up now. God, this is a Paper Aircraft Weekly now because now I can look shit up. I'm knocking. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Oh hell, I gotta find it in all this mess. Well, that's 2010, so we can go back further than that. There we go. Diablo. I can't get there yet. There she is. Yeah, your superiority fighter. So, in other words, it has some pretty good range back in the day. Well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. It's always had the range. It's just yeah. See, so I had Hijack. Hijack came out in February of '88, but retired in '90 when the Condor came out. Actually, a little different. Retired part of the great realignment that I had done back then. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I kind of leaned into it. Hijack, Condor augmented. Condor was a little bit more like defense. And then Javelin came out, and after Javelin took over the role, Hijack was retired. That's how I did it. So Javelin has got 2 extra years on it. So Javelin, that's why I said uh, yeah, did you be able to get it? Javelin has the '88 fighter was the oldest, but then it rescinded to Hijack, and then Nova became the oldest, and so Nova is now the oldest, and Javelin is right behind it, and I still got this active as phase threes. Now I gotta. Oh my god! I thought I retired this bitch. Didn't I do that? Did I not do that? I didn't do that. Yes, I did do that. There are versions of the three flying, but they're usually bigger. The airlifters or the fighter bombers. That's it. So, yeah. Okay, look. Going on an hour and a half, and I'm thirsty as fudge. So, guys, I appreciate you. Everybody stopping in, everybody getting a little bit. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for doing this. I'm going to be out of here. We can do another one tomorrow night or next night, or we're going to get some stuff involved here. I know empty promises now, but like we'll get you some shows, we'll get you some live shit, we'll get you some recorded stuff so we can get some builds in, some tech in. Mark, I'm hoping you're interested in doing like the tech since I mean technically you don't really have to be present. And if you want to redo them, we can always do that in the future, but you could probably jump in on tech shows. Um we'll try to get a bunch of these out to people. I think I finished. Well, I keep saying it, and don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it again. I'm almost finished honing my how to build, so I can get the how to builds out there for you. And yeah, so we all excited. I mentioned a segue to something. I forgot what the fuck it was. Actually, it wasn't unimportant. It's like, well, no, it wasn't. But now, fuck it. I don't care. If it comes to me, it'll come to me. But like these planes are hot. So we got something to look forward to out of my end, out of his end. And just stick with us, people. We know where it's at. We know what's coming. You know what's coming. Just get some videos made. Get some planes made. Get some flights on. Thanks for stopping by. We out of here.